meetings on regular Zoom channel. This is our 9th year, and I am here to present what have been done in the last 1 year. I hope that most of you must be knowing Helping Hand was started informally without a banner in 2012. कोई नाम नहीं था, कोई बैनर नहीं था, कोई बैंक अकाउंट नहीं था. There was no registration. Like it worked for a year, from February 19, 2012 to March 31st, 2013. 1st April 2013, we labeled the activities as Helping Hands. It is being registered as a trust. We have now multiple bank accounts. We have the license to accept foreign funding. We have the ijazat for homes. And hence, if you start the life cycle of Helping Hands, this is the 9th year. In reality, we have completed 10 years. ये भी काम होगा कि 1 point एजेंडे से हमने हमारा काम शुरू किया था कि no student should stay home for want of money to go to school. That was the basic funda. कि कभी ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि किसी के पास स्कूल जाने के लिए, कॉलेज जाने के लिए पैसे नहीं हैं. That is the reason कि वो घर पर बैठा है. With that, a small activity was started in a locality called Hyderabad of pillar number 176 with 29 students as a asset for us. और आज हमारे पास 1219 स्टूडेंट्स हैं जिसको हम लोग ट्यूशन फीस के तौर पे सपोर्ट करते हैं. And these 1200 plus students, they go to 324 different schools and colleges, which is a massive activity for the students, for the office, for the Helping Hands. If you don't mind, please can I request you to come there? If you don't mind, sorry. And I was too glad in the first year, my total transaction was 10 lakhs. और अभी भी मुझे याद है कि मुझे अंदर से खुशी हो रही थी when I was crossing 9 lakhs and I wanted to touch 10 lakh as a base by the time I finished my 1 year. 2021-22, we spent 1,86,877,885 only on tuition fee. Only 1,86,77,885 we spent on tuition fee. Apart from that, we also support any activities related to the education activities, which means uniform, textbooks, conveyance, seminars, conferences, anything dealing with engineering or medical equipment. Unfortunately, because of lockdown, last year we could not spend much money. The reason was there was lockdown until September, and when the classes started, most of the classes, the study material was not available. Even though we paid a huge sum of money towards tuition fee, like in textbooks or other activities, but we didn't spend much money. Pandemic has totally changed the life. बहुत से लोगों की जिंदगी बहुत खराब हुई because of pandemic. अजीब इत्तेफाक है, हेल्पिंग हैंड्स की जिंदगी बहुत अच्छी हुई because of pandemic. See, even if you look at this figure, it started 2013-14. If you look at, there's a sudden jump. That was the need. But the moment pandemic was over, we realized that government has announced for online classes. Situation was, ऐसे कई टीचर्स हैं जिन्होंने अपनी जिंदगी में कभी लैपटॉप को हाथ नहीं लगाया, उन टीचर्स को ऑनलाइन पढ़ाना है। वो स्टूडेंट्स जिन्होंने कभी जिंदगी में अपना लैपटॉप नहीं देखा, वो स्टूडेंट्स को ऑनलाइन बैठकर मैथ्स की क्लास, साइंस की क्लास प्रैक्टिकली देखना है। It was neither possible for the teachers nor possible for the students. Most of the families to whom we cater, उनके घर में एक फोन होगा, दो होंगे। एक फोन बाप लेकर चले जाता है, बच्चा क्लास शुरू किया, पता चला कि उसका फोन आ गया, वो लेकर चले जाता है। That was the situation. That was the reason that we established e-learning centers of the internet centers in various parts of Hyderabad. हमने last year 5 centers हैदराबाद में लगाए थे, जो सुबह 8 बजे से शाम के 8 बजे तक we used to keep it open. People are free to come to attend the classes, assignments, homework, projects. Professional guidance is always available. There is internet, water, light, बैठने के लिए बहुत अच्छा माहौल, all those things are there. Apart from that, last year we also inaugurated 14 e-learning centers in government schools that was supported by another organization called as Engineers Without Borders. I am the vice chairman of that. So we got very good support, very good funding. So privately under Helping Hands we opened 5 centers. At government schools we opened 14 centers. This year again, year 21-22, we had 5 centers in Hyderabad, again supported by Engineers Without Borders, all are in the city limits of Hyderabad. This is an e-learning center that is going on in part-time in Hyderabad. Students are welcome to attend the facilities. You name the facilities there. This is for the first time we realized that after the post-pandemic, most of the students were demoralized. There is a category जो पहले भी नहीं पढ़ता था, अभी भी नहीं पढ़ता। There is a category जो पढ़ना चाहता था पर उसके पास resources नहीं, and that category got highly demotivated. Market में books नहीं है. They did not have that access of computer, internet, whatever. Their previous records were very good. Now we feel as if they are handicapped. So in order for us to motivate the category of the students, the first time we have conducted a talent search test across Hyderabad. The second reason to conduct this test across Hyderabad was कि बहुत सारे लोगों को जो हमारे ऑफिस मालूम है, they come to our office, they get the benefit. But it is not necessary that हर पढ़ने वाला स्टूडेंट सिर्फ एक पर्टिकुलर पार्ट ऑफ द सिटी में रहता है. So that is the reason we announced this test across Hyderabad, and the response was huge. It was conducted on 23rd January 2022 this year. We got 902 registrations. 128 schools participated. We conducted the test at 6 different centers. There was a big attraction. First prize was 25,000. Second prize was 15,000. Third prize was 10,000. There was a tie, so there were 2 third prizes. And there were 9 consolation prizes of 5,000 rupees each. You can see the attraction when we invited these students for the award ceremony. It was conducted at Kesha Memorial Institute of Technology, KMIT at Narangura. Professor S. Ramachandra, who is the Vice Chancellor of Anurag University, Dr. S.H.R. Abdi. He came from Bhanagar, Gujarat, scientist. And we had a very good and attractive event on 7th of February, where we have presented these awards to the freedom of the clean students. The intention is we are now having a good clean students lot who can be properly groomed, guided, motivated, and then take the handholding to further grades. Not only talent test, we also give cash awards this last 3 years to the best of the orphan students. Most of the time, that lot gets neglected. So there is a constant donor who is supporting us to have this lot of orphan students. Whosoever is doing the best, we try to give them a cash award of 5,000 rupees that will be going on. All the medical and engineering students who got admission, they were presented with the laptops, and regular students of the entire lot of helping hands, they get a small check during the month of Ramadan, just as a gift to make their new dress. Yeah, one of the most active and most demanded item that we have encountered post-pandemic. Parents lost their jobs. Students could not go for the placements. जिसके पास जॉब था उसका जॉब चला गया. Always, whichever corner you move, there is always a question: क्या करना है, नहीं करना. So we decided that it is a need to motivate the students to go for the skill development. 2 years we passed without having proper end of the year examinations. पास तो हो गया है, एडमिशन भी ग्रेड आ गया बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स को, but they couldn't have carried the quality what they were supposed to have. Same thing happened with the degree students. BCom हो गया, BSc हो गया, engineering हो गया, but 2 साल ऐसे गुजर गए जहाँ पर एग्जाम ही नहीं हुआ. Now I have to approach somebody for a job. What to do, how to do, to whom I have to go. So we got a very good support to start various skill development programs. Like a 3 महीने से 6 महीने के अंदर में you train the students in such a way that they should get a job in 3 to 6 months time. जो वो पिक्चर दिख रहा है आपको, that is a batch of about 30 students. That is the 5th batch. Highest qualification of that batch student is intermediate first year, maybe failed, maybe dropout. Lowest qualification of that batch student is maybe 5th grade pass. Those 30 students were trained for 30 days. Basic English, basic maths, English. उनको 2 letter word से start किया गया. Basic maths. How to use a computer? How to talk to an unknown person? We just send them to a bank, to a hospital, to a supermarket. जाओ ये घर लाने का बात करते हैं. बैंक में जाके अकाउंट खोल के आना है. हॉस्पिटल में जाके पूछना कि मेरा बच्चा बीमार है, उसको तो जिला के एडमिट करना है, मुझे क्या करना पड़ता है. And whatever the communication took place between the candidate and the authorities, she has to or he has to come and stand in front of the class और बोलना कि मैं गई थी, ऐसा हुआ था. Second batch we go. This is the style of training. We were fortunate to have a partner with us called Head High from Bangalore. They trained, and all the 30 students in the 5th batch were placed. All the students. Average salary was 12,000. Maximum salary was 18,000. The picture what you're seeing on the right, this is the batch that we trained at Ladakh. We had a professional trainer, screen the students, groom them, personality development, soft skills, little bit of English, 45 days program. The picture what you're seeing in the bottom, we had this massive gathering at the ShiaIndia Memories Jigar Hall, invited the students, and all these activities, I can say that 2021-22 was the best for helping hands by which we were able to place maximum number of students. I think I touched almost 97, 98 students who were placed, majority of which were not even properly academically qualified. In spite of that, they got jobs. The lowest salary that was offered was 10,000. The highest, I think, that's got 10,000. दूसरी परेशानी थी हमको स्किल डेवलपमेंट कोर्स स्टार्ट करने के लिए. Now pandemic has created one more opportunity. बहुत से लोग बीमार पड़े. They want somebody to take care of their patients. Bedside services. One of my donor well-wisher master trainer is not here. Mrs. Rafa is the director at Muslim Community Hospital. Under her guidance, we planned a patient care program for 3 months, where they have been trained how to handle any type of patient, medication कैसे देना चाहिए, communication with the patient, communication with the attendant, how to handle the telephone, how to press the panic button at what point they have to press the button like that. They are fully trained to handle any type of patient. I think the first batch was of 11. Out of 11, 9 have been already placed. The second batch is going on. ये आप समझ रहे होंगे किसी हॉस्पिटल का 5 स्टार वार्ड है नहीं, ये हमारा ट्रेनिंग लैब है जहाँ पर जो आप देख रहे हैं exactly. This is our training lab where all equipments that is needed for a patient in day-to-day life are there, by which the trainee is being trained under the guidance of the professional trainer. This is a much demanding course for ladies, that is beautician. I think 4 batches are over. Each batch had a strength of about 25 to 30 students. And you can see the beautician lab, what we have established. Similarly, mobile phone repairing, that is another hot cake which is being accepted by most of the trainees. 1 batch is already over. A group of 2 students have already joined hand in hand, and they have started their own shop near Ambatway. You can see the picture of this. It was inaugurated, opened on 26th January. 1 batch is already over of 3 months. The second batch is going on right now. There is still a lot of demand. We don't take more than 10, maximum 12 students per batch. Similarly, we have a media designing course that is going on. The bottom one already graduated, 1 batch is over, second batch is going on. The makeup artist, the fabric painting just started, I think, before Ramadan. So these are all the activities which has created a lot of confidence among the student categories, so that they can improve their skill and do something and earn on their own. As a rule of thumb, I can say that maybe 60 to 70% candidates are already employed. Let me also add that we try to encourage them to start their own venture also. To the extent of whatever they put their money, we match that money as a startup. To the extent of 50,000. That means if they put 10,000, I can add 10,000. If they add 25,000, I can offer 25,000. To the extent of they put 50,000, I can add 50,000. And this contribution from helping hand is profit free. We don't take any profits. We just hope that they should return back that principal money to us. Let them enjoy more and more profit in order to start their own ventures. This is our star school. I think people who attended the 2019 meeting, it was well discussed. That was the year we started. Unfortunately, within few months from opening this school, we had the pandemic, and 2 years continued. We had some negative impact on our venture. Still, we are proud to say that many schools who have not done online coaching training, Star School was proud to say that not only we had 100% attendance throughout the pandemic period. Why? There are schools. During pandemic, no classes took place. बच्चों से फिर भी फीस मांगी गई. There are few schools जिन्होंने कुछ कंसेशन किया, कुछ डिस्काउंट किया. टीचर्स को सैलरीज नहीं मिली, जहां दी गई maybe 50%. I am proud to say that throughout the pandemic period, we did not take any fee from the students. We paid salaries to the teachers. We provided all electronic gadgets to the students at their home, paying even for the internet so that they should not miss the classes. जहां जहां पॉसिबल था 3-4 स्टूडेंट्स का एक ग्रुप बनाकर हमने एक घर को हब बनाया, because we were not supposed to invite the students to the school. तो उन्हीं के घरों में हमने 4 स्टूडेंट्स मिलाकर एक हब बनाया और वहां पर लोग अपने क्लासेस करते थे. And throughout the pandemic period, when there was a complete lockdown, the attendance of the Star School students were 100%. Therefore, I am very proud to say that with 21-22, in spite of all odds, Star School completed the academic year from June 21 to April 22nd. Now they are on break. Electronic gadgets were provided to needy students during the online classes from their respective homes. Star School also paid for the internet services. The attendance was almost 100%. All necessary tests, exams were held. Extracurricular activities, name the thing. Independence Day, Republic Day, Christmas, Diwali, Eid celebration. The schools were the school premises was decorated. Everything was done online. Means the students did not miss any event to see on the computer screen because of lockdown. Now it is being offline, so the classes are going on. This is one of the pictures of the science exhibition, which is a flagship program of the Star School, conducted just before we close the school. I hope all of you must be knowing our Sunday school activity. Sunday school was the flagship program. Sunday school was the first activity of helping hands, where we sown the seeds of helping hand for the first time, 19 February 2012. We started this as our activity, and this is being continued. In spite of all lockdowns, schools were closed. Our demand was, we are not having a school in Hyderabad, so nobody can ask us to close. School was closed, so teachers were not having a job. They were not having a salary. So we hired the teachers from the nearby schools as teachers for our regular teaching at the Sunday school. Sunday school was called a Sunday school, but during pandemic, it has become a regular school. Every day, morning 9 to 1 o'clock, we had all the subjects, the curriculum of this area students was fully completed with the help of the local teachers. Time to time, we have also conducted several seminars, webinars. Thanks to Professor Abdullah, I think I did not come. He has helped us in conducting several seminars, webinars, and all his webinars are available on YouTube. Really thanks to him that He has put a lot of time and efforts. Every time we used to give a new topic to him, and he is very respectfully obliged to deliver what we do. Now I know that we are late to start this evening. Dinner is also getting ready. My major portion of activities, which I said, dealing mostly with the academic activities, is done. As I told you, pandemic has changed the life helping hands also. We used to take pride to say that we are academics, education activities, business development, placement, etc. But now we have entered into several humanitarian subjects. And one of the most important subjects of the project that we have started in September 2021 was upliftment of widows. नई बात की बहुत से लोग काम करते हैं widows पर. Government of Telangana gives 3,000 rupees of pension to most of the widows. आसरा पेंशन के नाम से मिलता है. वो मिलता है, पेपर में न्यूज आती है, मगर किसको मिलता है वो नहीं मालूम होता. मिलता है उन लोगों को जिनके पास बैंक अकाउंट्स होते हैं. If you come to the other part of the city, you will see that ऐसे कई विरोध मिलेंगे जिसके पास बैंक अकाउंट नहीं होता है, जिनको मालूम ही नहीं कि आश्रम पेंशन कब शुरू हुआ कब खत्म हो गया. They just come to our office for something. We started making the database of the widows whosoever were coming to our office. It has crossed more than 300. We divided the widows into two categories: less than 45, more than 45. More than 45, we know that they cannot work. इनको महीने को कुछ सपोर्ट मिलना चाहिए. So all the widows who were above 45, we started giving them 3,000 rupees as monthly financial assistance, up to 1,000 rupees towards the medication, as prescribed by the doctor. Very easy job, no difficulty. ऐसे widows बहुत हैं, आते रहेंगे, नाम लिखिए. If the donor is there, अगले महीने चेक बनाने की जरूरत भी नहीं है. One good thing what we did was, हर widow का इस वक्त बैंक अकाउंट है. There is not a single widow with helping hands जो बैंक से काम नहीं करता. We made them to open that. But still, we made online transactions. उनके अकाउंट में 5 तारीख के अंदर पैसे चले जाएंगे. Very, very easy job for helping hands. The other side, very tough and challenging job for helping hands is to deal with the widows who are less than. ऐसे हमारे पास almost 80 widows I have in my database, जिसकी एज 20 से लेके 45 है. The challenge for us for that is, जो 45 के ऊपर है वो तो काम नहीं कर सकते, इसके लिए हम उनको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं. बट जो 45 के नीचे है, they are young, they have to work, they should work. उनके बच्चे हैं, आज हेल्पिंग सपोर्ट कर रहा है, कल नहीं करेगा, हमको नहीं मालूम हमारे हालत क्या होने वाले. So we wanted them to learn something, or if they know something, let them start doing something. Highly unsuccessful we are. In-laws इजाजत नहीं देते, पेरेंट्स ने छोड़ दे, बच्चे छोटे हैं, हमारे खानदान में ऐसा काम नहीं किया जाता है, और बहुत से आगे, they are not ready to come learn something, or if they know something, we are ready to support them. Luckily, we have 16 widows out of 80 who came forward, and we made them to learn something. 3 are working as cooking chefs. 2 are working to make their proper business. Couple of them are in tailoring business. We provided tailoring machines to them, sewing machines. I think 3 of them are working as patient care taker. Like this, at least 16 widows have been screened, trained, and placed. This is the widows group. You can see the report. The reports are all available, and we really enjoy to work with them. Please. Thank you. It's called First 1000 Days. In a very lighter way, we were discussing the issues with the donors. मैं इमेजिन करिए हम लोग हर साल करोड़ 2 करोड़ खर्च कर रहे हैं एजुकेशन पर, 10 साल से काम कर रहे हैं. दैट मीन्स मे बी 8, 10, 12 करोड़ रुपया खर्च कर दिया. हर साल आप 800 बच्चों को पढ़ा रहे हैं. 10 साल में 8000 बच्चे पढ़ गया. What is the output? Everyone will ask, what is the output? अल्लाह का शुक्र है पिछले 2-3 सालों से कुछ आउटपुट मिलने लगा है. Otherwise, we used to have zero. I can say that I stopped Mr. Iftikhar यहाँ बैठे हैं. वो मेरे से पूछते मैं उनसे पूछता हूँ क्या साहब इतने साल हो गए, इतने पैसे खर्च किया, इतना काम किया, मिला क्या? आपको नहीं मिला. आपको कुछ मिला? एक स्टूडेंट थी वो बिल्कुल, उसको हमने सपोर्ट किया था. एंड टुडे शी हैज कंप्लीटेड इंजीनियरिंग कंप्यूटर साइंस और वो ICICI बैंक में काम कर रही है. ओह यस यस आई रिमेंबर. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? 5 साल काम करोगे तो एक स्कूल तैयार होगा. नहीं करोगे तो वो भी नहीं निकलता. सो दैट वाज द रेट. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट 2-3 years बैक. दैट वाज द रेट कि 5 साल काम करें तो आप एक स्टूडेंट को प्रोड्यूस करने के काबिल करें. नाउ वी डू हैव good students in almost every stream. Medicine, dentistry, engineering, pharmacy, B.Ed, those students chartered accountants ban gaye. So in the last maybe 2-3 years, yes, we do have some better output. तो हमारी बहस थी कि हम what is the reason for not producing good output? बच्चे की अकल ही नहीं है. आप बोले पढ़ाओ इसको, कॉमन आंसर. बच्चा पढ़ने के काबिल नहीं है. उनके बाप नहीं पढ़े, उनकी माँ नहीं पढ़ी, घर के और लोग नहीं पढ़े. टुडे वी हैव स्टार्टेड सो इट विल बी डेफिनेटली रिजल्ट है. देन आई सेड देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम. आज बच्चा जब 10 साल का हो गया तो हम बोले उसकी अकल कमजोर है. हमको उस वक्त काम करना चाहिए था जब उसकी अकल बन गई. दैट मींस व्हेन ही और शी वॉक इन मदर्स स्कूल. Argument was immediately bought. He said, yes, we are ready to support. So starting from the 4th month of pregnancy, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6 महीने की प्रेगनेंसी and 18 महीने पोस्ट डिलीवरी, 2 साल का प्रोजेक्ट to have a healthy baby and a healthy pregnancy. The only condition is the delivery should be at a government sector. If somebody is having money to go for a private hospital, वो हमारी कैटेगरी का नहीं. They can go other things also. Like that, we have 54 mothers now, जिसको pre-delivery से medical supplements, iron, calcium, folic acid, scanning, nutritious diet that include doodh, anda, rajma as protein, and throughout the pregnancy period they have been monitored by Mrs. Rafat, she's not here. Yoga, walking, how to keep them healthy, how to keep themselves hygienic. All this is going on, and this is the result of mothers and the babies. पहले लोग जो बैठे हैं उनकी डिलीवरी बहुत चुकी से है और जो पीछे की लोग हैं they are hiding their tummies and most time by this time they are delivered. ये December 31st picture है. This is another unique program that we have started. This is called Feed the Hungry. We believe that भूखे का कोई religion नहीं होता. If you are hungry, then you don't have any religion. My only religion is how to get my food. Again, this concept was quoted, well taken by many donors and ministers. We started assuming that we will be able to provide 50 meals per week. अभी हम लोग 100 meals पर डे दे रहे हैं and 19,500 meals have been already cooked and okay, one of the good thing that we have done is ये खाना पहले widows के घर में मिलता था. The reason was we want to uplift the widows, तो उनको ऑर्डर देते थे वो बना के लाते थे. Now we have the capacity to cook in our premises under our supervision. So these widows have been appointed as chefs and every day by 5:30 meals will be ready and there is a team of volunteers who come on their own. In fact, there is a demand. मैं 2 को बुलाऊंगा तो 4 को तैयार है. There is a demand. We don't pay to the volunteers. Only widows are paid for cooking the food. All purchasing being done and helping hands by us. Their job is only to cook and volunteers come at 5:30. Between 5:30 and 6:30, 100 packed meals. You can see the way we clean pack. It's not the silver foil or polythene bags. जहाँ पर आपको हाथ डाल के खाना होता है. It is being nicely served. Something like a plate. It's a very thick, tough plate which is being served across Hyderabad. It depends on the volunteers. वो उसकी मर्जी है. We have anywhere you go, there are enough hungry people there. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि आप यहाँ भूखे लोग हैं और यहाँ नहीं है और यहाँ नहीं है. Any part of the Hyderabad city, if you go, you can easily find a good number of hungry people. We serve them, and all of it shows it's not very clear. It's there in the report. You can see that. And every day we have the volunteers to come and serve the food to the needy people. Partly we overlap with the COVID and the Ramadan period. This time, again, second wave, we had some exposure during COVID. Grain distribution was one of the biggest activity. You can see it was like a sea of grain bags that were distributed. I just told you before I came to the presentation. Almost 80,10,667 rupees grain were distributed during this year, which is also inclusive of the one that we distributed in Ramadan. Apart from that, we also spent almost 40,44,425 towards COVID-related activities, which also include grain, oxygen concentrators, and medication. Second wave, I think, was taken as more dangerous than the first wave. Last year report, last year presentation आपने देखा होगा. मैं खुद बहुत ही बिंदास तरीके से I had gone to every locality without mask. मुझे डर भी नहीं लगा और किसी ने डरा भी नहीं था. But second wave was very dangerous. People were extremely afraid. One of the dirtiest thing was oxygen was not available in the hospitals. There was no place for a patient to be admitted in majority of the hospitals. तो ये सारे मुश्किलात हमारे तक पहुंची थी. So we took the initiative. सबसे पहले हमने एक हेल्पलाइन स्टार्ट किया था 24/7. Thanks to Dr. Saddam Zaidi, Dr. Abid is here, Dr. Makhdoom, Dr. Saif. ये चारों पांचों लोगों ने हमको ऑफर किया था. And apart from that, there were quite a good number of doctors from UK जिन्होंने ऑफर किया था कि any time of the day, चाहे रात के 12 बजे हो, 2 बजे हो, 4 बजे हो, if they call us, we are ready to receive the phone and guide the patient to क्या करते हैं. Simultaneously, we try to get the oxygen source. Very difficult. Cylinder तो almost impossible हो गया. So we thought of at least getting the oxygen concentrator. I got the first oxygen concentrator imported from UK by an unknown donor. मैं आज तक उसको नहीं पहचानता. Who was the donor? He just called me, said that he wants to do this thing. He bought, he shipped, I just delivered it. Subsequently, Faizan supported to buy 5 oxygen concentrators. Ministry Foundation helped us to buy 5. We got few more from individual donors. 14 oxygen concentrators were available at our disposal at a given time. Whatever the common medicines needed at the time, we always had a stock of that. No point of time we could say no to any patient calling for COVID support. हमने सफा, जाफरिया, कैटवेल और लाइक माइंडेड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से मिलकर बाज़ाब्ता तौर पे जाफरिया हॉस्पिटल में पूरा एक वार्ड तैयार किया था टू से दैट कि कोई भी कोविड पेशेंट आएगा वी डोंट हैव टू से नो टू दैट, ताकि वो एटलीस्ट प्रिलिमिनरी डेज 1 2 3 5 डेज का ट्रीटमेंट के सारे फैसिलिटीज हम लोग अरेंज करेंगे एंड वी टू हैव द फुल दैट. ये भी काम करते हैं लोगों को we provide a comfortable roof, which means to say that घर बना देते हैं. Last year, if you remember, we had 2 houses constructed. One was in Murtuzanagar, Yapura, deep into Yapura. Second was in Malali, which was damaged due to rains. इस साल हमने 3 घर बनाए. एक मुर्तुज़ानगर में बनाया जो आप देख रहे हैं, दैट इज द फ्रंट व्यू, दिस इज द साइड व्यू. एक हमने हाइडरबाद में बनाया, दिस इज द वन, एंड द थर्ड वन इज इन बगनापल्ली, आंध्र प्रदेश. दिस इज ओल्ड पिक्चर. I think next week I have to travel because now it is being done. I have to just hand over it to the beneficiaries. The house is done. It's done with video. You can see how the house was and how it will be like this. और क्या करते हैं? ऐसे बहुत से लोग हैं जिनकी हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ की एज इतनी हो गई है कि they cannot go out to work. They don't have support from the children और बच्चे नहीं. A category of these families we provide financial assistance of ₹3,000 to 81 deserving families where there is no breadwinner in the household. Amount ranges from minimum 3,000 to the extent of 10,000 rupees, and it goes from time to time. We have 2 training centers. One is in Hyderabad and another one is in Malali. और Hyderabad center is doing very well. जहाँ पर कमर्शियल ऑर्डर्स भी आते हैं. हेल्प डोंट टेक एनी प्रॉफिट. जो भी पैसे वो कमाते हैं, whosoever is working in the project, they have to share that money. Malali is not that much, but still it's going up. Grain. This we used to give to at least 250 families per month. People who do not get any financial assistance, we try to provide at least a grain bag. ये करीब 22 किलो का बैग होता है, and they have enough grocery for a period of maybe 15 to 20 days depending on the size of the family. हर विंटर में हम लोग ब्लैंकेट्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करते हैं from the needy families of helping hands to anybody else outside helping hands. This year was good year in the sense that हम लोग 300-400, not more than that, we used to distribute. But this year we had 6,012 blankets distributed in Hyderabad. कपड़ा बैंक एक्टिविटी जो स्टार्ट 2016, 7 साल होने को आ रहे हैं. अभी भी चादरगाह आबिदली हॉस्पिटल पे वो एक्टिविटी जारी है. We collect old clothes, wash them, pack them, and provide them to the needy people. Self-employment, we try to help them a lot, even though the number of cases who approach us very minimal, but we are still in a position to support them. Upper limit is 50,000. ऐसे 4 लोग तो बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं. The only hope is they should give back the money what they got from helping hands. we do take care of little bit of health and medical issues, even though our concentration is on education-related activities, development, placement, वगैरह. But since pandemic, our number of cases is increasing. Amount is getting more and more every year that is spent on health and medical. This year, we counted 121 cases to whom we provided monthly medical support. Apart from this, several accidental and surgical cases were also supported. जो आपके left hand side पर है, it was a case of amputation of a leg. अफसोस बात है कि he was a professional driver. You can imagine his situation. जब उसका एक पैर किया गया, and very unfortunately, last month even his second leg was amputated. We are trying to take care of his family. उसको दो बच्चे जो पढ़ रहे हैं, we are supporting him and also try to support the family. You can see the small baby on my right hand side. इसका open heart surgery का operation था. Successfully it is being done. Alhamdulillah, it is well taken. अभी बहुत अच्छी हो. One of my last slides. It just shows how we have grown from 2013-14 to 2021-22. उसको देखते जाता हूँ, खुश होते जाता हूँ. It's not that the money got increased. पता नहीं मैं, I don't know. Shabir can tell me what is this figure in 2013? Maybe 10 lakhs, I don't know. 19 lakhs, somewhere very close to that. Because this is 1 lakh. WC did not even touch 1 lakh. This was the first year. And today we have crossed what we are seeing. It's not that the money got increased. It means what? It means public का हमारे अंदर confidence develop हुआ. Without trust and confidence, nobody would have supported this extent. That means what? Helping hands में काम बढ़ा. It's not that easy to carry on that much activity or the activities as compared to what we were doing in 2013-14. So if the funding got multiplied, that means the amount of confidence got multiplied. That means the amount of work got multiplied in the last few years, particularly in the last 3 years. You can see a sudden jump, and the jump is being continued in the data. काम तो कर रहे हैं, काम तो करते रहेंगे, but this is not possible if this category of people will not be there. जिसके नाम यहाँ पर लिखे हैं, वैसे इसके नाम particularly लिखा हुआ नहीं है, but certainly without the support from well-wishers, the donors, the volunteers, the students, the parents, auditors, trustees, the helping team, the staff, I really thank all of them that without their support, it was not possible for me to stand in front of you and present this presentation. फैमिली की शिकायत है कि शौकत हमारे लिए टाइम नहीं देता है, और तो हेल्पिंग हैंड्स पर उसका टाइम खर्च होता है. हेल्पिंग हैंड्स के स्टाफ को शिकायत है कि सर तो हमसे मिलते ही नहीं, वो सिर्फ बेनिफिशियरी से बात करते हैं. बेनिफिशियरी की शिकायत है कि सर अंदर बैठे होते हैं, हम दरवाजे पर होते हैं, फिर भी वो हमसे बात नहीं करते. बंदा समझ रहा था कि वो खुदा के लिए काम कर रहा है. इन द प्रोसेस आई मिस सेवरल टाइम्स लीविंग माय नमाज. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि 10 साल में शौकत न फैमिली का रहा, न हेल्पिंग हैंड्स का रहा, न बेनिफिशियरी का रहा, न अल्लाह का रहा, पता नहीं मैं अपना हूँ या नहीं हूँ। With folded hands, I thank you and say sorry for all the difficulties that we have, and believe that we will try to overcome those gaps in the day. Thanks very much. Thanks a lot. This is my last slide. There is a lot to do before I sleep. There is a lot to do before I sleep. Thank you very much once again to all of you. Open for any comments, suggestions, advices. Please.
Thank you, Shaukat bhai. First of all, you must admire the humility जिसके basis पे Shaukat bhai ने कहा and ended with खुदा ही मिला मिसाले से हो. But it's okay, you're doing all right. He started off telling us, I don't know, some of you missed it, but एक जगह मेरा दिल रुक गया मैंने said कि 45 साल के बाद कोई काम नहीं करता. So Shaukat bhai, you're talking to me. You are not behind. But you know, I have been watching Helping Hands very closely for several of these years that Shaukat bhai talked about. और मैं यहाँ पे कई लोगों को देख रहा हूँ जो उसी शिद्दत से बहुत काम कर रहे हैं. Naveen, thank you for being here. I've seen from my childhood the kind of work that he has done. Ahmed, who I've seen from recent times. My mom who runs a foundation, the Access Foundation, which does similar kinds of things. मैं ये बताना चाहूँ कि यहाँ पे ऐसे बहुत से लोग हैं जिनके हम इस वजह से शुक्रगुजार हैं, क्योंकि अगर ये नहीं होते तो we would have given up. You know, जिस किस्म का माहौल है मुल्क का, exactly for these 7-8 years that Helping Hands has existed, there is enough reason for us to give up. But these people have come here and given us this hope. और ये आपका सबसे बड़ा कारनामा है शौकत भाई, कि you are giving us hope कि इन मुश्किलात में we can look up to people like you to do what the state should have been doing. ये सब तो सरकारी काम थे. एजुकेशन देना, हेल्थ केयर देना, घर बनाना, ये आप कर रहे हैं. ये बहुत बड़ा काम है और ये आपकी सबसे बड़ी कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन ये है कि हम सबको इससे बड़ी हिम्मत देती है. दूसरी बात मैं ये बताऊं कि मैं आपकी ये जो इंतज़ारी है उसको थोड़ा अंडरलाइन करूं कि अगर कोई 7 साल में from about 10 lakhs goes up to 6 crores, that's huge. In any corporate returns, this is very well done, amazing returns. But the problem is कि हम जिस खर्चे में काम कर रहे हैं, हम जिस एरिया में सोशल सेक्टर में काम कर रहे हैं, this is not enough. 6 करोड़ 180 विलोज, where are we? A small drop in the ocean. ये डेवलपमेंट सेक्टर में हमेशा वो जो आपने सुना होगा ना कि you should look at the half full glass or the half empty glass. The problem in the development sector is कि हमें हमेशा half empty दिखता है. वो जो 10 लोग बच गए उनसे हमें थोड़ी तकलीफ होती है, वो जो 10 लोग मर गए उनकी हमें तकलीफ होती है, वो जो हमसे नहीं एड्रेस हो पाए, और ऐसे बहुत लोग हैं. उस वजह से आई थिंक हेल्पिंग हैंड्स हैज अ लॉन्ग वे टू गो, एंड दैट इज वेयर my suggestion, my advice and my offer is on behalf of most people here कि ये जो हमसे थोड़ा बहुत हुआ है आपके लिए, that is certainly not enough. वो 2-4 सेमिनार में बोल लेना is not enough contribution. You should ask more from us. And in fact, in this presentation, I would expect you to speak a little about what you have done, but more about what you expect from us. क्योंकि हम जो आपके लिए कर रहे हैं या दे रहे हैं वो अभी भी बहुत कम है, and we have to give much more in terms of time, resources, because this kind of return you will not see anywhere. आखिरी बात मैं जो बोलना चाहूँ आपसे वो एक जो जिसपे आपको शायद कम लोग सराहते होंगे, या people pat you on the back for the excellent work you are doing on education. I have seen that. There is really remarkable work on education. बच्चों के साथ, गरीब बच्चों के साथ, यतीम बच्चों के साथ. अभी आप अंकल बता रहे थे कि भाई यतीम बच्चों के साथ अगर कोई काम कर रहा है तो मैं उनके साथ हूँ. तो वो उसमें आपने बहुत अच्छा काम किया। लेकिन जो एक चीज आप सब लोगों को बताना चाहूंगा, वो जो आखिरी 2-3 स्लाइड्स में एक जल्दी से चली गई वो स्लाइड, और वो शायद सबसे अहम काम है जो हेल्पिंग हैंड ने शुरू किया है। हम इकोनॉमिस्ट ये पढ़ाते हैं कि अगर आपको लोगों को गरीबी से निकालना है तो आपको सबसे जरूरी जो काम करना है वो एक है। I don't know how many of you can answer this question. That if you have to remove people from poverty, what is the best thing you can? What is, अगर आपको चॉइस दिया कि आप एक चीज कर सकते हैं इनके साथ और इनको गरीबी से निकालना है, गलत। And everybody thinks it is education, and education is the wrong answer. Health is a better answer, but it is wrong again. Anything else? Food. ओके, स्किल, जॉब्स, ये सब नंबर 4, 5, 6 बोल रहे हैं। You're missing out on 1 and 2. You've all given me the answers 3, 4, 5. This is a lot of empirical data across the world जहाँ लोगों ने पॉवर्टी के खिलाफ काम किया। No. Confidence was not. The answer was there in the slides. So don't give me a new answer. Somebody said the one thing that guarantees a movement out of poverty is housing. That's why that housing initiative, I think, deserves a great clap. There are very few people, there are very few NGOs that work on housing. It is difficult. Education बहुत आसान है. थोड़े से पैसे, थोड़ा सा tuition fee, एक teacher. Health is a little more difficult, but housing is the most difficult. And there are very few people who do housing. So I think that's a huge thing, and I would like in the next report that the expenditure on housing becomes X times more, and वो हर 6-7 जाके वो 60-70 हो जाए कम से कम, and I am sure all of us will help you on that. Thank you.
Anybody?
Well, we are all talking about the projects which Helping Hand was doing, and it's a commendable job what Dr. Khai is doing, and his team, and of course the management and leadership which is doing. Well, there are 12 projects what I could see. The list which you gave me, I could see at the top of this, from the initiatives we took is education. And for me, still education. Because he mentioned 2 things between his speech, that 5 years he could produce only one distinguished student, and after completing 10 years of his services, there were about a dozen.
Yeah.
What I feel is, starting a school or running a school is not enough. We have to have quality education in the classrooms. And today education is unitative. Means confined to classroom, teachers, textbook, marks and grades, which is not enough. Today's education, as the modern education abroad, what I have seen in my 30 years of teaching and leadership, what we used to have is a complete education. You don't confine the students to the classrooms. You have to have him outside the classrooms. There are many areas of education which are very important for us. For example, I said Unitarian, where the spiritual and moral values are not taught in our present schools. How a student is judged? By his grades, by his marks. What is being taught in the classroom? By the name of the school. But outside, if you see, his skills are not taught. Today's 21st century skills, if they are there with the students, he will become an independent learner. That's very important. We want our children to be independent learners. They should not depend on books. They should not depend on classrooms. They should not depend on teachers. They should only be guides for them. And that's what is lacking in the system, what is prevalent over here. Maybe there are some schools which are very good. Second thing, in Hyderabad, what I have seen in the schools which I visited, there is no benchmarking. benchmarking exams to judge the student. When do you judge your student? At the end of year 10, when the board exams are done. In between, what has been done with the student, nobody knows. The teachers, they have excuses. We are not able to teach the child, as he mentioned in between, because the parents are not cooperative. When you admit a child, it's your job. It's your responsibility to make sure that he studies well. Number two, the parents are not attending any of the meetings. No, it is again the schools to make sure the parents visit you and somehow, like for example, if the counselors are there, the counselors, if parents cannot come, let the counselors go to the house and meet the parents, because most of the problems prevalent is in the house. Second thing which is very important is we don't have coffee mornings. We used to have coffee mornings abroad. Why? Because coffee morning is more informal, very informal, where the parents will come and meet the principal in a very informal way. Because parents, they don't like to come sit across the principal in the table. So these are the education systems we have. We never teach what is empathy in the school. The student doesn't know what is tolerance. They don't know what is humility. They don't know forgiveness. All these aspects are not taught in the school. I don't know if some schools are doing, but as far as I know, this is not being taught in any of the schools here as we used to have a week reserved for happiness, a week reserved for empathy, a week reserved for all the qualities. All the qualities. But all this is missing. We only focus on academics. And that's the reason we are unable to get results. The student should develop these 4 critical thinking aspects, and he should have all these things which will help him. That's called 21st century skills. And you will see that he will become an independent learner and he will get his own achievements. He will not depend on the teachers. He will never depend on the teachers. He will only work on his own, because you have to equip him with the confidence which he has got. So this is what I still feel. This whole system of education, what is existing today, is to bring him to the school, teach him, give him marks, judge him by grades. This is not going to help him. So I hope our new schools will follow this. And this is the pattern prevalent in outside countries which are now developing at a rapid pace. And there is no regulatory body to visit your school to judge how your teaching is being done in the school. No teachers are judged. And we blame the teachers, our teachers blame the parents, the teachers blame, and there's a common saying, you can take a horse to the water, you cannot make him drink. That's wrong, that's for the horses. For children, you have to inspire them, you have to encourage them so they become thirsty for knowledge. And they will start learning. And they will go beyond what teachers' expectations are. So here is the concept. Don't treat them as horses, treat them as your students. And I promise you, they will gain more than what the teachers want to teach them. So I hope these are the few things which our schools can follow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Professor Abdullah. Our dinner is anxiously waiting for the eaters. So, if there are no more comments, okay.
Good evening, Mr. I'll just take 2 minutes of your time. So, people who do not know who I am and what relationship I share with this man and his son. My name is Dr. And irrespective of what blood relationship we have, I want to give a glimpse of what it is like deciding the same residence as of this man. So there are times when I wake up and I go to sleep and don't get to see the space. So there are times when we don't get to have a single meal in a day. And there are times when we do not know about his whereabouts for hours and hours. He is not available on phones, he is not available on text. So we don't know what's the solution for this, but we wish to come up to the solution. I truly believe that as the Amazon had rightly asked him to mention family here, and to that the response was family might not be the case over here, but he is unable to pay attention to himself. And I strongly feel that his health is directly proportional to how much helping hands can burden in the upcoming days. So I won't tell you that this is a medical condition, of course, but it's really important for each one of us to be exercising, at least the minimum. Because the better he functions, the better helping hands functions. So I want to request all of you today that whenever you get time, please reach out to him and tell him to take care of his health. Okay? Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Dr. Safdar. Thanks for your advice. As I promised you, I will try to follow. I may not be able to follow. जी
आपके अब्बा के साथ अल्लाह हर साथ दे रही सुबह से जाओ या रात के पीछे बजे जाओ
Other point is we need to expand our base. If 1,000 people give 1,000 rupees a month, that's 10 lakhs. There's a few people who are donating large amounts of money, but if we can expand our base as a part of this project, that would be great.
One second. One of the difficulty of helping hand is हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं, but there is no single donor who has a commitment कि मैंने for example इस साल आपको 1 लाख दिया है, अगले 3 साल तक देता रहूँगा, 5 साल देता रहूँगा. No, we don't have any donor of that type. The only hope is हमने लास्ट में दुआ की थी, हमारी फंडिंग बढ़ गई, इस साल फिर दुआ करते हैं छुट्टी बढ़ जा रही है. So proportionally we increase our activities at the politics. There is nothing called as fundraising event conducted by Helping Hands. मैंने शायद आज से 2 या 3 साल पहले यहाँ इसी हॉल में एक अनाउंसमेंट किया था. There were 100 people present there. At that time my turnover was 1 crore. तो मैंने एक रिक्वेस्ट रखा था कि जितने लोग यहाँ मौजूद हैं वो अपने रिसोर्सेज से, नॉट फ्रॉम देयर पॉकेट बट फ्रॉम देयर रिसोर्सेज, उनके भाई भतीजे, पेरेंट्स, बच्चे, फ्रेंड सर्कल, नॉन पीपल, व्हाटएवर इट इज. सो एवरी इंडिविजुअल हु वाज प्रेजेंट इन द हॉल, इफ कमिट फॉर 1 लाख, आई कैन गेट 1 crore फ्रॉम द हॉल. लेकिन अभी वो भी नहीं हो सकता क्योंकि ऑलरेडी है क्रॉस 6 और लोग उतने ही हैं. लोग 100 गिवन एज 100 ओनली. इसका मतलब है कि एक को इस साल का बजट पूरा करने के लिए 6 से तक कमिटमेंट करना. Thank you. Last, maybe we can go with this.
So just very quick.
Yeah.
I think to the point what you just made sure that firstly, very commendable job that you are doing. A great salute to you. I think it is very easily said, but rather than done. 2 things in view of what you've already said. कि आज 100 लोग यहाँ पर हैं, 1 crore expected है. What I don't know if I missed it from the slides or it's by lack of knowledge. If we have gone digital in this world of digitization, are we trying and seeing that we are reaching to a wider community, to a bigger society, right? In terms of not just in terms of funding and many other things. Right? So I think Helping Hands should do that. I know it's not possible just by yourself, but with the support of each one of us here. हम लोग अपने प्रोफेशन में कुछ ना कुछ. एंड सेकंड पॉइंट दैट आई वांट टू मेक इज बहुत आसान है बोलना कि ये अच्छा है या ये खराब है. आई एम अ वॉलंटियर ऑफ हेल्पिंग हैंड माई सेल्फ. आई एम जस्ट वेरी लिटिल व्हाट आई एम एबल टू डू फॉर इट. राइट, आई थिंक मॉनेटरी हेल्प के अलावा व्हाट पीपल एज सोसाइटी एज कम्युनिटी व्हाट वी नीड टू कम फॉरवर्ड इज व्हाट वी कैन सपोर्ट इन मोर वेज. लाइक किसी कोई टीचिंग प्रोफेशन में है, कोई एनी प्रोफेशन व्हाट दे माइट बी इनटू, how we are able to empower or educate the future of our country, right? Time निकाल के weekly basis पे क्या हम जा रहे हैं हम लोग classes के लिए, soft skills बच्चों के improve करने के लिए आगे कुछ बोलना. I think more and more people, not just from our community, need to come forward in terms of the financial aspect, but there are many other things हम as a society हम लोग कर सकते for more and more success for this foundation. So just these 2 points what I wanted to make, and I hope I'm making sense here. And all the very best of you and to your organization, to your staff and everybody here, more and more success to you.
So with this, I invite.
Sorry, again. What I have realized is that there is so much that Helping Hands has done, which might not have happened had Helping Hands not been there. So throughout this presentation, whatever Shaukat has spoken about, all these things, all these small and big things, might not have happened had Helping Hands not been there. So take this as a vote of thanks, Shaukat bhai. Very well done, mashallah. Keep it up. But I will close by saying that Shaukat bhai has now reached a level where he should become a mentor. Helping Hands needs hands now. Helping Hands cannot just be the hands of Shaukat bhai or the staff of Helping Hands. Helping Hands is going to grow and sustain and remain feasible only if there are going to be more hands and legs joining Shaukat bhai. So instead of anybody here saying that Helping Hands should be doing this and that, they should raise up their hands and join Shaukat bhai and say we are available, we have this idea, you tell us how can we do it better. What Shaukat bhai and Helping Hands has done is just a drop in an ocean. There is so much more remaining to be done. It's mind-boggling. There is no limit. So I encourage you all to think how you can become hands in Helping Hands. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I cannot say no to Ali Akbar Nirman. He is the owner of the premises where we conduct our Sunday school and summer school classes. So he has.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. At the outset, I would like to thank all of you for attending this meeting today. As Shaukat bhai has been devoting his most of the time in doing the human service for the community, for the growth of the Shia Muslims and everything. I have just one or two suggestions. I don't know whether it will be feasible for you or not. As you are aware, there is a Jamiat al-Mustafa International University in Iran, which is offering humanities, law, management, various other courses free of charge to the Shia children if they are really interested. I just want to suggest you, if you have any student who really wants to do on Islamism or other humanities, other courses which you are offering, its official this thing is in office is in Delhi, and they want to start in a branch in Hyderabad also. If Helping Hand will be able to extend its hand to them, they might start a branch in Hyderabad also. And inshallah, we will be able to see that lots of children, as we have been emphasizing mostly on the education, I think this will be the best thing to bring more and more children to get themselves educated from the Jamiat al-Mustafa International University. As in Jammu and Kashmir, they have got a very big, huge branch, but most of the children, they are getting benefited out of it. Secondly, as you know, I have worked for the Iranian Consulate for 37 years as a senior public relation officer. I am retired now, and I am doing whatever is my capacity to do the community work. That when you approached me, I said, "उनके लिए कुछ भी है तो मैं हाजिर हूँ." You remember. Secondly, the government of Iran, Ministry of Health, has been announcing every year, if a child who is very well educated and very well good in studies, and if they want to go for medicines, they are going to offer them free education, free their boarding, lodging, boarding, even the travel charges, everything the government of Iran is offering to them. So I suggest that why not we take the benefit of this, at least one or two, starting you can send one or two students, later on maybe we reach to 10 to 15. So that much doctors will be adding to our community. Similarly, when we go to Jamiat al-Mustafa, they are offering this right after 10 plus 2. They are offering graduation and post-graduation subjects along with the Islamic studies. So why not make more and more people to get educated in our community so that they will be able to come back and teach and they can benefit our life. That's all. Thank you very much.
I don't want to look at the audience because somebody might request, I might not be able to oblige them. So, with my closing eyes, I request all the audience, all the participants, please join on the launch for the dinner, waiting anxiously for the eaters. Please welcome. Thanks God for your participation.